I took the DNA test, and I regret it. The world I knew shattered with the click of a mouse and the arrival of a small, innocuous box. For years, I had lived with a quiet ache, a question that echoed each time I gazed into the mirror. My father, who died a decade ago, was my hero, my best friend. Yet, when I searched my face for his, I found only shadows and stubbornness, the shared trait that made us move mountains together. I never looked like him, and I tried to ignore the whispers in my mind that wondered why. Recently, curiosity, or perhaps insecurity, got the better of me. My friends convinced me to take a DNA test. I had always been a little darker than my parents, but I looked so much like my mother that I chalked it up to a quirk of genetics. Still, the question gnawed at me. Maybe, I thought, the results would show some distant ancestor, some explanation for the tan skin that set me apart. I spat into the tube, mailed it off, and waited. The results arrived, and with them, the earth shifted beneath my feet. The data was clear. I was mixed. Not in some distant, diluted way, but half of me was from a place my family had never mentioned. The truth stared at me, cold and unblinking. Anger flared in my chest. Was I the product of an affair? My father, the man who raised me with love, was gone, leaving me with only questions. I called my stepfather, the man who had stepped into my life after my father's death, and poured out my confusion and rage. I didn't want to confront my mother without knowing more. His voice was gentle, but the story he told broke me. Years ago, he had asked my mother about my appearance. She had told him she never checked, but she suspected. There was a night, long ago, when she was drugged at a party in the country that made up half my DNA. She never spoke of it again. She clung to the hope that I was my father's child, that love and intention could override biology. She never sought the truth, perhaps because she could not bear it. Now, I know. My mother was assaulted. She kept me because she and my father were trying for a child, and the timing made hope possible. She never told him, and now, I have told my stepfather, a secret no one should have to keep. I am left with the knowledge that my only connection to my dad is gone. I am not his, not really, and the truth is a wound that will never heal. I know a horror about my mother I can never unknow. I have burdened my stepfather with a secret that will weigh on him forever. I am not suicidal, but I wish I had never been born. I wish my mother could have had the child she wanted. I wish my father had not raised a lie. All because I could not live with the questions, the comments, the doubts. All because I needed to know. I am ashamed. I should have left the past alone.